Abundance is not something we acquire, it is something we tune into. Have you ever stared at your bank account, wondering why opportunities seem to slip through your fingers while others around you thrive effortlessly? Maybe you're grinding through a dead-end job, feeling the weight of bills piling up, or watching friends build dream lives that feel worlds away from your own. It's that nagging sense of scarcity, the fear that there's never enough time, money, or love to go around. This universal struggle hits us all at some point, stirring frustration and doubt, making us question if abundance is just for the lucky few. Today, we'll uncover the law of abundance. At the end, we'll explore the real success story of Sara Blakely, a story that truly embodies the law discussed in this video. If this resonates with you, that spark of curiosity about unlocking more in your life, hit that subscribe button now, like this video if you're ready for inspiration, and drop a comment below sharing one area where you feel scarcity creeping in. Your engagement helps us build a community of growth seekers just like you.
Introduction to the law. The law of abundance is a timeless principle rooted in the idea that the universe is infinitely generous, providing endless opportunities, resources, and joy for those who align with it. At its core, it's about shifting from a scarcity mindset, believing there's limited success to go around, to one of plenty, where giving, gratitude, and positive focus attract more of what you desire. This matters because in our fast-paced world, many of us get trapped in cycles of lack, leading to stress, burnout, and unfulfilled potential. But by understanding this law, you can rewrite your story, fostering wealth and finances, relationships, and personal peace. Think about those everyday moments. Rushing through a workday feeling undervalued, or hesitating to share ideas in a meeting out of fear they'll be stolen. These are signs of scarcity at play. Yet, the law of abundance teaches that when you embrace generosity and belief in endless possibilities, doors open unexpectedly. It's not magic. It's a practical shift that empowers you to live more fully, connecting deeply with the human experience of growth and connection we all crave. The law of abundance states that what you focus on expands, drawing in prosperity through thoughts, actions, and gratitude rather than force or competition. Its power lies in transforming every aspect of life, from career breakthroughs to harmonious relationships, proving that true wealth multiplies when shared and believed in without limit. How the law operates. Hey there, let's dive deep into how the law of abundance really works. I'm talking to you like a friend who's been through the ups and downs, because we've all felt that pull between lack and plenty. This law isn't fluffy wishful thinking. It's a dynamic principle driven by your mindset, emotions, and choices. Think of it as an invisible current. Align with it, and it carries you forward. Fight it, and you're swimming upstream. We'll break this down logically, drawing from philosophy, psychology, and real-world patterns, then show how it plays out in your daily life. By the end, you'll have tools to make it your own. Start with the logical foundation. Philosophically, the law of abundance draws from ancient wisdom like Stoicism, where Epictetus taught that it's not events but our perceptions that shape reality. If you see the world as abundant, you act from strength. If scarce, from fear. Eastern traditions amplify this. Buddhism's concept of impermanence reminds us that clinging creates suffering, while letting go invites flow. Scientifically, psychology gives us solid ground. Consider the placebo effect. Believing in positive outcomes can physically alter results, as studies show in medicine. More directly, the law ties to cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, where reframing thoughts changes behaviors and outcomes. Your brain's reticular activating system, RAS, acts as a spotlight. If you focus on abundance, it highlights opportunities you might otherwise miss, like noticing a networking event amid chaos. Nature provides stunning examples. Watch a rainforest. Biodiversity explodes because species share resources symbiotically. Trees drop leaves to fertilize soil, animals disperse seeds, creating endless cycles of growth. No hoarding, everything multiplies. In contrast, overfished oceans show scarcity's toll. Greed depletes stocks, harming ecosystems. Society reflects this too. In American history, the gold rush embodied abundance for those who collaborated, building communities that thrived long after. But prospectors driven by scarcity fought over claims, often ending broke. Psychologically, it's linked to growth mindset, as Carol Dweck's research at Stanford reveals. People who believe abilities expand through effort attract success, while fixed mindsets stagnate. Now, how does this operate in your human experiences? Let's make it relatable. In relationships, the law is pure magic. When you approach connections with abundance, giving compliments without expecting returns, listening openly, you create trust that bounces back stronger. Ever had a friend who always shares opportunities? That's abundance looping. But if scarcity rules, you withhold vulnerability, fearing loss, and end up isolated. Simple shift. Next time you're with loved ones, think, there's plenty of love to go around. Watch bonds deepen. Career-wise, this law is your secret weapon. For you young adults in your 20s to 35s, dealing with job market jitters, scarcity might say, everyone's competing for scraps. Abundance flips it. My unique skills add value everywhere. This mindset pushes you to apply boldly, learn new tools, and collaborate. Suddenly, a casual LinkedIn chat leads to a breakthrough role. Mid-career folks, you're balancing demands. Scarcity screams overload, but abundance whispers. Delegating creates space for all. Apply it by mentoring juniors. Their growth lifts you too, maybe earning that promotion. Mature viewers, in legacy mode, abundance means sharing wisdom freely, inspiring others without diminishing yourself. Emotions are the fuel here. Psychology's flow state, from Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, shows how positive focus absorbs you in tasks, boosting creativity and joy. Abundance nurtures this. Gratitude practices, backed by Harvard studies, reduce stress hormones, making you resilient. In mindset shifts, it's about daily habit. Feeling down? Scarcity amplifies negatives. Abundance? You journal 3 wins nightly, rewiring for positivity. Health ties in. Abundant thinking encourages nourishing choices, like viewing exercise as self-gift, not chore, leading to better vitality. But action is crucial. The law demands alignment. Visualize goals daily, as athletes do, priming your subconscious. Yet, avoid mismatches. Don't affirm wealth while impulse buying. Balance thought with wise step. Have you ever tried this? Pause for 10 seconds. Recall a time abundance showed up unexpectedly. A kind word leading to a favor? That's it operating. We see it in society. Thriving communities share resources like U.S. co-ops where farmers pool knowledge for bountiful harvests. Ignore it and inequality festers. Psychologically, abundance combats anxiety by fostering hope. Think of depression coping, where focusing on small abundances builds momentum. In short, the law of abundance operates through a cycle. Thoughts shape perceptions, which drive actions, attracting more of the same. From philosophical harmony to psychological rewiring, nature's generosity to societal booms, it's a force you control. Embrace it and watch your world expand. Ready to see it in action? Let's move to real-world impact. Real-world applications and impact. Now that we've got the mechanics down, let's talk about where the law of abundance hits home. In your work, relationships, health, spirituality, and emotions. This is where it gets exciting, because applying it isn't hard. It's about small, consistent shifts that yield big changes. We'll compare those who live by it versus those who don't, with examples from American life to make it real. Feel that inspiration building? Good, we're in this together, turning wisdom into wins. First, work and career. Young adults, you're navigating uncertainty. Abundance helps by viewing the job market as full of paths. Apply it. Share your resume with generosity, help peers, and watch reciprocity flow. You might land an interview through a connection you nurtured. Those ignoring it? Scarcity keeps them isolated, applying sporadically out of fear, missing out. In the US, consider the tech boom in Austin. Entrepreneurs with abundance mindsets collaborate at meetups, building startups that scale. Contrast with those hoarding ideas in cutthroat environments, often failing alone. Impact. Appliers gain resilience, advancing quicker. Ignorers face stagnation, per LinkedIn data showing networkers get 70% more opportunities. Mid-career adults, work-life balance is your battle. Abundance says there's enough success for family time too. Apply. Set boundaries gratefully, delegate tasks, creating space for creativity. You end days energized, perhaps innovating a project that boosts your role. Go against it? Scarcity overloads you, leading to burnout and resentment. Real US example. Remote work post-2020. Those embracing abundance adapted with flexible schedules, reporting higher satisfaction in Pew surveys. Resistors clung to old habits, suffering stress spikes. The emotional pull. Imagine pursuing passions without guilt. That's the freedom abundance brings. Mature adults, focusing on legacy and contentment. Abundance means your experiences multiply when shared. Apply, mentor freely, volunteer wisdom, and see your influence grow through others' successes. It fosters purpose, reducing regret. Ignore it? Scarcity withdraws you, fearing obsolescence, leading to loneliness. In American senior communities, like those in Arizona, abundance-driven groups thrive via storytelling circles, boosting happiness as AARP report. Those isolating? Higher isolation-linked health issues. Resonates deeply. Your legacy lives on through giving. Relationships thrive under this law. Apply abundance. Express appreciation openly. Assume abundance in love. Friendships deepen, partnerships harmonize. Maybe resolving conflicts with empathy attracts more support. In US culture, think community events like neighborhood BBQs. Abundant sharers build lasting ties. Ignore? Scarcity breeds suspicion, eroding bonds, as seen in rising divorce rates from unmet needs, per census data. Impact. Appliers enjoy rich networks fostering emotional intelligence. Ignorers face isolation's toll. Health and emotions? Abundance views your well-being as expansive. Apply. Practice gratitude for your body, choosing joyful movement over punishment. It builds resilience against setbacks, like overcoming anxiety through positive affirmations. US wellness trends like mindfulness apps show users reducing depression symptoms, per NIH studies. Ignore scarcity? It amplifies negatives, worsening mental health. Difference. Appliers cultivate contentment. Ignorers spiral into doubt. Spirituality connects you to infinite source. Apply. Daily reflections on blessings align you with flow, enhancing peace. In diverse American faiths, from meditation retreats to church groups, abundance practitioners report profound fulfillment. Against it? Doubt creates void. Impact. A meaningful life versus emptiness. Overall, those applying the law attract opportunities, embody individualism through proactive growth, and achieve with resilience. Ignorers repel abundance, stuck in fear. US phenomena like self-improvement podcasts highlight this. Listeners shifting mindsets report life upgrade. Emotionally, it hits. You deserve plenty. Mini challenge. Pick one area, like work, and take an abundant step today. Share a skill or express thanks. Feel the shift? That's the law working. As we wrap this, remember, abundance is your birthright. Claim it. Story of a great individual. Let me share a story that brings the law of abundance to life in a way that's truly inspiring. We're talking about Sara Blakely, the American entrepreneur who founded Spanx, the revolutionary shapewear brand. Born in 1971 in Clearwater, Florida, Sara grew up in a middle-class family where her father encouraged her and her brother to embrace failure as a stepping stone, not a setback. This mindset planted early seeds of resilience. By the late 1990s, she was in her late 20s, working a frustrating job selling fax machines door-to-door for Donka, a office equipment company. It was a grind, endless cold calls, rejections, and the pressure of making ends meet on a modest salary. But Sara dreamed bigger. She wanted to invent something that solved real problems for women. The crisis hit when Sara was preparing for a party and realized her white pants looked unflattering with visible panty lines from traditional undergarments. In a flash of inspiration, she cut the feet off a pair of control-top pantyhose, creating a seamless, comfortable alternative. Excited, she saved up $5,000 from her sales job, her entire life savings at the time, and set out to turn this idea into a product. Challenges piled up fast. Manufacturers laughed her off. She faced rejection after rejection from mills in North Carolina, who dismissed her as an amateur without connections or capital. Patenting was another hurdle. She couldn't afford a lawyer, so she bought a book on patents and drafted it herself at a local library. Scarcity seemed everywhere. Limited funds, no industry experience, and skepticism from every corner. It could have crushed her spirit, leaving her stuck in that dead-end job. But here's where the law of abundance kicked in, even if Sara didn't label it that way. She shifted her focus from lack to possibility. Instead of hoarding her idea out of fear, she embraced generosity and belief in plenty. Sara visualized success vividly. She'd even written herself a fake check for $1 million as a young girl, tucking it away as a symbol of future wealth. She persisted with positive affirmations, telling herself opportunities were abundant if she kept giving her best. Rather than begging for help, she approached buyers with samples, sharing her prototype freely to build excitement. A breakthrough came when she cold-called a Neiman Marcus buyer, demonstrating the product in a bathroom stall. Talk about bold. The buyer was impressed and placed an order for 7 stores. Then, in a generous move, Sara sent a basket of Spanx to Oprah Winfrey, whose team loved them. Oprah named Spanx her favorite thing in 2000, skyrocketing sales. The results? Spanx exploded from a bedroom operation to a billion-dollar empire. By 2012, Sara became the world's youngest self-made female billionaire, all without taking outside investors initially. She bootstrapped through sales and reinvested abundantly. Today, after selling a majority stake to Blackstone in 2021, she's still innovating, philanthropy-focused, and mentoring others. Her net worth hovers around $1.3 billion, but more importantly, she's built a legacy of empowering women, proving that abundance multiplies when you give without fear. The lesson? Sara's journey shows that when you tune into abundance, focusing on gratitude for what you have, sharing ideas generously, and persisting through rejections, the universe responds with more than you imagined. It's not about luck. It's about aligning your energy with plenty. This leads us perfectly into the core message of this timeless law. Timeless wisdom, the core message. In the grand tapestry of existence, the law of abundance whispers a profound truth. Prosperity flows not from grasping at shadows of scarcity, but from opening your heart to the infinite river of possibilities that surrounds us all. When you give freely of your time, talents, and trust, you invite the universe to replenish you tenfold, transforming ordinary moments into wellsprings of joy and fulfillment. This isn't mere optimism. It's the eternal dance of cause and effect, where a mindset of plenty begets a life of richness in every form. Embrace it and watch your world expand beyond measure. Now, let's turn the spotlight inward, friend. Take a moment to pause. Maybe close your eyes for 5 to 10 seconds and breathe deeply. Reflect on this. Where in your life have you been operating from scarcity? For you young adults building careers, think about that job hunt. Have you held back ideas in meetings, fearing they'll be taken? Or mid-career viewers, juggling demands? Do you cling to tasks out of worry there's not enough recognition to share? And for our mature audience, pondering legacy, are you withholding stories from loved ones, afraid of vulnerability? Observe how these patterns might be blocking flow. Rhetorically, what if you flipped it? Imagine approaching tomorrow with abundance, grateful for small wins, sharing compliments without scorekeeping. How might that shift your relationships or open unexpected doors at work? I invite you to journal tonight. List 3 areas where abundance could thrive, like health or emotions, and 1 action to nurture it. Feel that gentle nudge? That's your inner wisdom aligning. We're all on this path together. Reflecting helps us apply the law, building resilience and a sense of individualism in our choices. You've got this. Let's make it real. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me on this exploration of the law of abundance. It's been a joy sharing these insights, knowing they might spark something beautiful in your journey toward a more fulfilling life. My sincere wish for you is this: may you tune into the endless prosperity around you, finding peace in gratitude, strength in generosity, and joy in the abundance that flows your way, whether in career breakthroughs, deeper connections, or quiet moments of contentment. If this resonated, I invite you to check out our other videos on timeless principles, like the law of attraction or building a growth mindset. They're packed with more tools for your personal evolution. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below with how you'll apply abundance this week, or share this video with someone who needs a lift. And if you're ready for more inspiration, hit that subscribe button. It's a simple way to keep the wisdom coming. Remember, we're building a community here, one abundant step at a time. Until next time, live fully and embrace the plenty. Take care.